He's got that IEP, and then they got to. This is what they got to do. They got to look at his IEP. It shows we got to at least give little Johnny 10 minutes a day, and he get to keep a bottle of water on his desk so he can have a sip on, because it allows him to be calm and he feels in a safe space. That's the shit we got now. That's the shit they dealing with. So now you got this one bad kid distracting one teacher dealing with 30 goddamn kids. That's too many kids in one classroom. Even with a teacher helper, there's still too many kids in one classroom, because you can have a room full of little visitors that's interrupting, but then you might have a good student such as myself who's a scholar, who's ready to there to learn and pay attention. And now I'm missing out because I ain't getting the proper instructions because little Viz is overacting the fool, taking the teacher trying to tend to him, address him.
It's a teacher shortage. That's the thing. It's a teacher shortage. We just had that.
They don't want to deal with them because
putting the kids that's with IEPs in 7th grade, they're putting them in the 6th grade classrooms, and it's disrupting the way things going. The other kids now know that these kids have IEPs and need a specific type of teacher because now there's no special ed teacher for that program. So
I don't know what type of schools. I'm assuming. I feel like y'all talking about probably mostly inner city schools. I don't know, but not because I like my son's school. It's a decent school. It's not a bunch of kids in one classroom. Like it's a nice area.
Is
like,
it a charter school?
No, it's not a charter school. It's just
a private school.
It's a nice suburban school. That's all.
Okay. Well, not everybody has that blessing, though.
Yeah,
not everybody's blessed like that.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It depends. It just depends on what school you putting your kid in. Because if you're in a bad area, a low income area, and you go to the school, you see that the school run down, or they run it bogus, or they don't have stuff where parents can engage with teachers and events that's going on and stuff like that, then hell yeah, you better expect for it to be some shit up and down. But I mean, if you are in a position to be able to put your kid in a better school, then you got a lot more control of that. But that comes with the environment.
It's about 12 to 15 kids in my kids' classes. It's like about 12 to 15.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Are your taxes high?
I wouldn't even know I rent.
No, that's
I rent high, but I don't know. But, yeah.
Where you at?
KOP, King of Prussia.
Oh, you in Philly? Yeah, I can tell. I can tell by how you said Ollie. I was like, this nigga's from Philly. No, I used to go to school in Malvern. I went to Malvern. I went to Phelps.
Oh, you went to Phelps? I went to South Philly High.
Okay, facts. Yeah.
We was trash, but
so I think somebody was asking what a IEP is. It's one of it's like paperwork on your kids. What they consider
it's an individual
abiding document, the student disability for public school kids. That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's an individual education program. That's what
it's an individual. So
education program.
Yeah, they have specific days set out for them that's different than what they might meet with the therapist, or they might meet with a certain social worker, because all kids, their needs are level. Some kids just need help with math. Some kids need help with reading. Some kids need help with behavior. But it all depends on what that individual education program is for.
And some IEPs has a long list. I mean, it's damn near like a book. So many restrictions that you couldn't do. You can't talk to. You're not allowed to raise your voice and talk to this kid because he might get scared. He might, PTSD and all that bullshit.
But when we're in school, we realize most of the issues come from the parents not practicing it at home. They're not taking the time to study the IEP. We've been trying our best to educate parents on how to read it, how to decipher it, and how to include what you need, because sometimes they don't even ask their kids what they need help for. Like, it's a lot. A lot of parents, and I can honestly say this, for my generation, they want to be involved with their kids, but it's also a lot of parents that's just glitz and glamour. Like, they want them to be the most, they're building them for social media, it seems like. They're making sure they got the look, You know what I'm saying? And when you around me, you're gonna act like this, but they're not really concerned with the quality of the education, how it's delivered, coming out, supporting the kids, putting up signs for your kids. I didn't see some parents come late to picking up their kids from practice. And this starts all the way from 1st and 2nd grade. You know what I'm saying? This goes all the way through high school. One father jumped on the floor and told this boy, did he just do that? You better punch him. They had to eject him out the lunchroom out the gym room, because it was a genuine mistake. All the parents knew. But the way these parents are these days, they're not involved in the way they should be involved. It's more like a social media facade. That's how I feel. Because you could tell it reflects in their kids. When they see me, their kids cling to me like, it's an adult that's interested in what I'm saying. Like, it's an adult that cares about what I say. It's easy for me to build their respect. And then I bring my brothers and all the males I know. And when the males I know come in, they make a big difference. It's a big difference.
So my man asks, who assigns the IEP? Well, there's a lot of people who could sign an IEP. A doctor, your kid's doctor could sign the IEP. Most of the time, it's the teachers and administration. It's the one who signed to recommend. We know why they're doing it, because they're gonna get that extra money. Instead of getting $1,500, now they're getting $25 for that child.
That's why I said parents.
But that money's supposed to go towards getting an extra a student teacher in there or an assistant in there. But that's not what they're using that money for. They use that money probably have some type of bonuses for the schools, materials for the classroom. They're doing everything but what it's supposed to be, and that's towards a kid that has the IEP.
And you can even get it from some of the coaches recommendations. Like, if their opinions matter too. Like my nephew, when he first started football, they could tell he wanted it, but he was distracted. And then when he got on the medicine, they had to adjust it. Now he plays offense and defense. They don't take him off the field. It helps him focus. But that's because my sister, she had to literally sit down, get the resources, and she telling them, no, this is what I want to do. You have to educate yourself on your children. And parents don't do that and then want to blame the school system. But I notice when parents are involved, they have no choice but to straighten up.
Yeah. I think the most important thing, at least this is one of the things that I want my son to have when he grows up. Like, I want him to be extremely articulate. I think that's one of the most important things that you can have, is the ability to communicate well, the ability to communicate how you feel, the ability to communicate your thoughts. Like, that's just one of the most important things that I think, more important than most of the things that they're probably teaching him in school. If you can do that, if you can present yourself well and talk well, like, that's just one of the things that I want him to learn, and hopefully I can teach him throughout his life. And I know I struggle with it sometimes. I might say and like, and I hate when I say that. I catch myself like when I'm kind of watching it back. But that's one of the things I want to work on. But yeah, I want to. Yeah. Like,
no, you do a good. No, you do a good.
Call it out when I do it. Call it out, because I want to work on it.
Facts. No, you do. You articulate yourself really well.